Hello everyone, today I'm introducing a handbag and a shoulder bag with crocheted flowers. This bag is made up of 3 parts, the body, the strap, and the decorations. First, crochet the flower pieces for the bag body. Once completed, make the bag, and finally create the decorations and attach them to their corresponding positions. Now let's demonstrate how to crochet the flower pieces. The colors are used randomly. For specific yarn colors and hook sizes, please refer to the pattern chart of the corresponding product. Now let's demonstrate how to make the flower centers. Begin with a magic ring, wrap the yarn around your pinky, wrap the yarn back around your index finger, then wrap it around your middle finger once. Hold the yarn tail with your thumb. Insert the crochet hook into the loop. Pull the yarn through and wrap it around once. Pull the yarn through. This is equivalent to securing the yarn tail. Then crochet 8 single crochets. Insert the crochet hook into the loop. Draw the yarn through. There are now 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over again, and draw through all loops on the hook at once. This is 1 single crochet stitch. Place a marker in the first single crochet stitch. Continue crocheting single crochets. Insert the hook into the loop. Eight single crochets. Then tighten the loop. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch, and remove the stitch marker. Yarn over and draw through. Drawing through the loop makes a slip stitch. Then yarn over again, and make a chain stitch to secure. Cut the yarn. Pull tight. The flower core section is done. Next, crochet the petals. Same as before, yarn over, secure it in place on your index finger. Insert the hook into the stitch on the flower core, where the slip stitch was made. Yarn over and draw through. Then make 3 chain stitches. Yarn over and make a double crochet. Still in the first single crochet stitch. While crocheting, we hide all the yarn tails at the back. Yarn over, draw through. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and draw through the first 2 loops. There are still 2 loops left on the hook. Yarn over and draw through both loops. Then make 3 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3. Continue making a slip stitch in the same first stitch. Draw through. The first petal is done. Next, move to the second single crochet stitch next to it. Insert the hook. Also press the yarn tail at the back to hide it. Yarn over and draw through, make a slip stitch. Slip stitch. Then make 3 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and make a double crochet, still in the second single crochet stitch. Three chain stitches. Next, make a slip stitch in the same second single crochet stitch. The second small petal is done. Next is the third. Make a slip stitch in the third single crochet stitch. Three chain stitches. Yarn over and make a double crochet. Three chain stitches. Make another slip stitch in the same stitch. Yarn over and draw through. The third small petal is done. Use the same method to make 8 small petals. After completing the last petal, connect it to the stitch of the first petal with a slip stitch. Draw the yarn through. Make a chain stitch to secure. Cut the yarn tail. Pull tight. Next, I'll explain how to connect between flowers. When crocheting the second flower to the sixth petal, make an incomplete double crochet and connect it to the first flower. This double crochet is an incomplete stitch, then we connect it to the first petal. Turn to the wrong side. Make a slip stitch in the double crochet stitch of the small petal next to the yarn tail. Pull the yarn through. Then make 3 chain stitches, 1, 2, 3. Hide the yarn tail of the first small flower, inside the flower at the same time. That completes the weaving in of the tail. Next, continue by making a slip stitch on this second small flower. Now they are connected together. Now continue crocheting normally. We'll pull the yarn tail from the first small flower over. And weave it in. Crochet and weave in the yarn as you go. The rest is normal crocheting. Then join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet stitch. Pull the yarn through and fasten off. Pull tight. Continue by crocheting the third small flower using the same method, and connect it to them. For the third small flower, when you reach the sixth petal, when working on the double crochet section, connect it to the other flowers. Make an incomplete double crochet. Make the final double crochet stitch in the stitch formed by the petal next to the yarn tail. There's one petal skipped in between. Each flower is connected by skipping one petal in between. Weave the yarn tail inside as well. Pull all loops through at once, and make a connection, then continue crocheting. Pull the yarn tail through and weave it in. Slip stitch. The following part is normal crocheting. The last two petals are crocheted normally. Join with a slip stitch. Fasten off the yarn. The last flower needs to connect two petals at the same time. This way, the four small flowers are all connected together. This small flower is also connected when working on the double crochet part of the sixth petal. Connect it with other flowers. Skip one small petal and make the connection on the double crochet stitch. Then continue crocheting normally. When you reach the last small petal, connect it with the first small flower. Similarly, make an incomplete double crochet stitch. There are 2 loops on the hook. Then connect it with the first flower. Skip 1 small petal. Work into the stitch of the double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. Make 3 chain stitches. Now the 4 small flowers are connected together. Continue to finish the remaining parts. Slip stitch to join. Break the yarn. Pull tight. The connection part for the 4 flowers is now completed. Next is the connection for the center part. Start with a magic ring. Insert the hook into the loop, wrap the yarn around, and pull through. Then make a slip stitch, yarn over, there are 2 loops on the hook, continue pulling this loop through the previous loop. At this point, the slip stitch has formed a stitch, place a stitch marker on this stitch as a mark. Slightly tighten the loop. Next, make a chain stitch on the remaining small petal in the center. Insert the hook into the stitch formed by the double crochet, and make a chain stitch. Then continue making a slip stitch into the loop. Pull the loop through. Slip stitch. Next, make a chain stitch on the next small petal. Make a slip stitch on the loop. Slightly tighten the loop. Make a slip stitch. Continue by making a chain stitch on the next small petal. Pull the yarn through. Make another slip stitch into the loop. Make a chain stitch on the last remaining small petal. Once all 4 small petals are connected, join at the stitch created by the slip stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the hook. And make a slip stitch to join. Tighten. Yarn over and pull through, then break the yarn. The yarn tail doesn't need to be too long. Tighten. Tighten the yarn tail of this loop as well. Continue pulling from the wrong side. Then secure these two yarn tails slightly. Treat these yarn tails. These were already hidden during crocheting, so you can trim them directly. If they weren't hidden while crocheting, use a tapestry needle to weave them in. For these yarn tails, use the tapestry needle to hide them again. Weave them into this loop to prevent unraveling. Once hidden, trim them off. Use the same method to hide these two yarn tails. Next is the leaf section. Start crocheting on the small petal next to the connection point of each small petal. Same as before, work 3 chain stitches into the same double crochet stitch. Then make 1 double crochet stitch in the same stitch, followed by 3 chain stitches. And connect to the petal of the next flower. Make a slip stitch on the small petal beside it. Then work 9 chain stitches. Continue by making a slip stitch on the small petal next to the petal connection point. Followed by 3 chain stitches. Double crochet. 3 chain stitches. Connect to the next small petal. Slip stitch. Then work 9 chain stitches. Yarn over and pull through directly. Slip stitch. Join with a slip stitch to the stitch created by the double crochet of the first leaf. Yarn over, pull through, and cut the yarn. This completes the leaf section. Wrap the tail of this chain stitch to the back of the flower. Next is the lace trim section. There are still 3 small petals on top. We'll start with a small petal in the middle by working a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through, and continue with a single crochet in the stitch of this double crochet. This stitch doesn't count as one stitch, it's just to secure the yarn tail. Then work another single crochet, followed by 5 chain stitches. After completing the 5 chain stitches, work a 5DC popcorn in the stitch of the double crochet on the leaf. One incomplete double crochet, 2 incomplete double crochets. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on the hook at once. 2 chain stitches. Next, in the stitch of the double crochet below, continue working 2 incomplete treble crochets for the popcorn. Wrap 2 loops on the hook. Wrap 1 more loop. Now there are 3 loops on the hook. Insert the hook and wrap again. Now there are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops. Continue pulling through 2 loops. Now there are 2 loops left on the hook. Yarn over again. Wrap 2 rounds. Continue working incomplete treble crochets in the stitch of the double crochet. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This is a popcorn stitch made with 2 incomplete treble crochets. Continue with 2 chain stitches. Next, work another popcorn stitch using 2 incomplete double crochets. It's the same as this one. Yarn over. 1 completed double crochet, then yarn over. Second incomplete double crochet. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, and pull through all at once. This is a small motif at the corner. There are 3 more corners at the back that are the same. Chain 5, then work a single crochet on the middle small petal. Continue with 5 chain stitches. Same as this, move to the green leaf. First, work a popcorn stitch using 2 incomplete double crochets. 1 incomplete double crochet. 2 incomplete double crochets, yarn over and pull through all loops at once. This is 1 popcorn stitch. Then 2 chain stitches. Continue with a popcorn stitch made of 2 incomplete treble crochets. Yarn over, pull through all loops at once. 2 chain stitches. Then a popcorn stitch made of 2 incomplete double crochets. Then 5 chain stitches. Work a single crochet on the small petal in the middle. 5 chain stitches. Work another popcorn stitch using the same method. The last one. When you get to this point, hide the yarn tail of the leaf. Join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet. Then chain 1, which serves as the turning chain for the next single crochet. This stitch doesn't count as a stitch. We'll work 2 single crochets into the stitch of the beginning chain from the previous round. Then work 5 single crochets into the large space created by the chain. As you work, weave the yarn tail in to wrap it inside. This way you avoid having to hide the yarn later. First single crochet completed. Insert the hook, pull the yarn through. This is the second single crochet. Third single crochet. Fourth single crochet. Fifth single crochet. Next, work a single crochet into the stitch of the popcorn stitch. The last round consists entirely of single crochets. Next, work 2 single crochets into the hole formed by the chain. Work 3 single crochets into the stitch formed by the treble crochet. That is, at the corners, always work 3 single crochets. Next are 2 single crochets. Work 1 single crochet over the 5DC popcorn made with double crochets, then work 5 single crochets into the hole formed by the chain. Work 2 single crochets over the stitches formed by the single crochets. Five single crochets. One single crochet. 2 single crochets. Work 3 single crochets at the corner. Two single crochets. One single crochet. This side is now complete. The remaining 2 sides are worked the same way as this side. Finally, join with a slip stitch to the first single crochet made at the beginning. Yarn over and pull through, then cut the yarn. This completes the first flower piece. Make 10 pieces in the same way, which will be used as the body part of the bag. The small bag uses 10 pieces. The large bag uses 18 pieces. The crocheting method is exactly the same as the small one. Once the flower pieces are crocheted, we will move on to joining them together. The joining method uses an S-shaped slip stitch. This is the general path for sewing. Take the yarn and make a knot first. Start crocheting from the stitch in the middle of the corner of the piece. Thread the yarn tail through. Connect to the next piece, starting again from the stitch in the middle of the corner. Work a slip stitch. Pull the yarn through. Then continue working slip stitches on the second piece. Yarn over the hook and pull through. Next, we'll bring the yarn over to the first piece. At the same time, skip 1 stitch on the first piece. Meaning we will not work that stitch. Work a slip stitch in the next stitch. Then work a slip stitch on the first piece. Work another slip stitch in the next stitch. Simply bring the yarn out. Then move to the second piece, skipping 1 stitch on it, matching the skipped stitch on the first piece. Work a slip stitch in the next stitch. Slip stitch. Then work a slip stitch on the second piece. Next, move to the first piece, skip one stitch, and work a slip stitch. When moving over, skip one stitch on the opposite piece, then work a slip stitch. Continue working slip stitches. Then move to the second piece and skip one stitch. Work a slip stitch in the next stitch. In this way, you'll form an S-shaped path. Follow this pattern all the way down, connecting all the pieces. For exact stitch positions, please refer to the chart. This is the first section. After completing the connection, we begin sewing the second section. We turn the whole bag over. Next, fold it in half. Once folded, we start sewing the second section. We need to turn the fabric over. The sewing path is like this, we slightly turn it over a bit. This side is the opening. Start crocheting from this part. Work slip stitches in an S shape again. Crochet all the way to this point. Then keep crocheting along this path. Crochet back. Then turn over to this side. End right here. After finishing, don't cut the yarn. Since this bag requires edging, and we're using the same color, there's no need to switch colors, just continue with the same yarn for the lace trim part of the bag. I won't demonstrate the exact crocheting method here since it's the same as before. Once the main part of the bag is joined, we'll continue using this same yarn to crochet the lace trim. No need to fasten off or switch colors, just keep going. Work 3 single crochets evenly, followed by a picket made of 3 chains. Then 3 single crochets again, and another picket of 3 chains. Repeat this pattern continuously as you go. While crocheting, if you come across a yarn tail, weave it in by crocheting over it. The yarn tail is now hidden. 1 single crochet, and this yarn tail is tucked in here. One single crochet. 2 single crochets. 3 single crochets, followed by 3 chains for a picket stitch. We pick up these 2 strands. Then insert the hook, pull up a loop, and continue pulling the yarn through the loop on the hook. This completes a picket stitch made with 3 chains. Continue with 3 single crochets. Three chains, 1 picket stitch, pick up the outer 2 strands, yarn over and pull through. Continue with 3 single crochets. Weave the yarn tail inside. Crochet like this all the way to the end. I won't demonstrate the repeating section in the middle. Once completed, handle the yarn tail by hiding it inside the fabric. The main part of the bag is now complete. Next is the strap. Start with 330 chain stitches. Yarn over. Crochet chain stitches. Start 330 chain stitches. Yarn over and pull through directly. The following repeating section is omitted. After completing 330 chain stitches, place a stitch marker in the last chain stitch to mark it. Then crochet 9 more chain stitches. Crochet small leaves. Then turn back and work a single crochet in the second to last chain stitch. Then crochet a half double crochet, yarn over. Start crocheting half double crochets in the second stitch. Insert the hook into the front loop and crochet. At this point, there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all loops to complete a half double crochet. Then yarn over to make a double crochet. In the next chain stitch, insert the hook into the half loop to start a double crochet. Yarn over, there are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again. Pull through the first 2 loops. Yarn over again, and pull through the last 2 loops. This is 1 double crochet. Then crochet 2 more double crochets. Next, crochet 1 half double crochet. Then crochet 1 single crochet. Then crochet 1 slip stitch. Insert the hook into the front loop, and make a slip stitch. Next, insert the hook into the front loop of the stitch with the marker and make a slip stitch. Continue by chaining 9 to start another small leaf. Chain 9, then crochet another small leaf just like the previous one. Crochet a single crochet into the second to last chain stitch. Insert the hook into the front loop, and crochet a single crochet. Similarly, next is a half double crochet. Yarn over, pull through all loops to complete the half double crochet. Then crochet 3 double crochets. One half double crochet, single crochet, slip stitch. The second leaf is done. Next, work 66 slip stitches evenly along the bottom. After completing the 66 slip stitches, crochet 9 chain stitches and make a leaf. The technique for the leaf is the same, made up of single crochets, double crochets, and half double crochets. Slip stitch. Then continue by inserting the hook into the front loop of the chain, and crochet 66 slip stitches. "66 slip stitches and a small leaf form one group. Repeat this 4 times. The following repeats are omitted. Please refer to the chart for details. First group, second group, third group, fourth group. Work slip stitches across all the remaining chains, all the way to the end. After finishing, work 9 chain stitches. And complete the last leaf. The strap section is done. Make 2 straps using the same method. Next is assembling the straps. We fold each strap in half. Slightly stagger them, one longer and one shorter. Then insert the hook into the hole here. Pull the strap through. This is like tying a knot to secure it in place. Adjust it a bit. On this end, pull out the longer strap. Leave a length that suits you. Then tie a knot. You can tie the knot in any way you like, as long as it secures the strap properly. Pull tight. Once the length is adjusted, we use glue to attach the small flowers to suitable positions. Where there are yarn tails left, like here, we cover them with small flowers. Glue the small flower on top. There's no fixed position for the small flowers. You can place them randomly. The other strap is also assembled using the same method. Adjust it to the same length. Then tie a knot to secure it. You can use your preferred knotting method. Then glue the small flowers on top the same way. This bag is now assembled. Finally, tidy up the yarn tails and details. The large version of this bag is crocheted using variegated yarn. Because the starting color segments are different, the final look will vary, so you can refer to the finished product, or choose corresponding color segments based on your preference. The crocheting method is the same as the small version. Once each piece is done, position them properly like this. Then, use slip stitches in an S shape to join each piece together. After joining, turn the piece over and fold it. Once folded, connect those edge areas. After connecting, do not fasten off the yarn. Now we'll crochet the lace trim for the bag. The strap part is the same as the small version, so I won't demonstrate the identical part again.